If you're trying to do something in Windows and you're getting an error message that your disk is full or it can't do something because you need to free up more disk space, let me show you two methods that we can use in Windows 10 or Windows 11. The first one is the safest and is the easiest to implement. And actually you can set it and basically forget it, and it will keep your hard disk free of unwanted files. The second method, which I'm going to show you, is an app that's more aggressive. We're going to need admin rights, but it will pretty much free up some disk space if the first method doesn't work. But let's first start by taking a look at your hard drive and see if does it really need to free up hard disk space. So we're going to come down to the taskbar and you have an Explore icon. It looks like a folder. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to come to this PC, and here you should see your C drive. If this is red, you have a red bar here, that's Windows telling you you do need to free up some disk space. If it is not, and you've got 30, 20, 50 gigabytes of free space, then those error messages are not correct. You have plenty of space, and at this point we don't know exactly why they're saying that, but as far as freeing up disk space, you have plenty of disk space. But back to you that have a C drive and it's red. You do need to free up some disk space. So let's start with the safest, less intrusive way of freeing up some space, and we'll see what that does. If that doesn't work, I'm going to show you a more aggressive way to get free space on your hard drive. So let's start with Windows 11. I'm going to come to the Start icon, and we're going to go to Settings. We're going to go to System, and we're going to scroll down on the system till we get to Storage. And we're going to scroll down here. It says Storage Sense, and we're going to turn this on. This should be off. We're going to turn it on, and we're going to go to this icon here, this greater than symbol, and we're going to say keep Windows running smoothly automatically by keeping all of my temporary files removed from the system. And you can come down and see if we get into a low space condition, we can run this tool automatically. You can also choose to run it every month. So here's where we can set it and basically forget it. Now it will delete your recycle bin. Again, you can choose every 14 days, every 30 days. So we have some options that we can come in here and delete files automatically. And once we're done, you don't have to do this again. Windows will automatically do this from now on. Now another is you can delete files in your download folder. A lot of people download stuff in their download folder and they never use it again. So you can come down here and say, look, if I've never opened this file after 60 days, go ahead and delete it out of my download folder. So you could set that. And then down here, let's go ahead and run this tool now. So you can go ahead and run the tool and give it a few minutes to do its work. And then we'll come back to Explorer. We'll go to this PC and we'll check on the color of our C drive. If it's now no longer red, then it probably means it freed up space that you don't have to do anything more, and you shouldn't have any more errors. So now let's look at the more aggressive tool. We're going to go to the Start icon, and here in the search bar, I'm going to type Disk Cleanup. And you'll notice an app shows up over here, and I'm going to run it as an administrator. This is very important because this tool will do a better job of free up more space if we run it as an administrator. So I'm going to run it as an administrator, and it will run in the background. Now with Video Magic, I'll make this a little bit faster than it happens in real life, so don't be surprised if this takes a while. So here I have a list of all the items that I can now delete. If you see any of the items that are gigabytes in size, those are the things that are taking up the most amount of space. So you can decide to check those boxes, and then when you say OK, it's going to remove that from your hard drive. Now keep in mind, if you just upgraded from Windows 10 to Windows 11, in about 10 days, Microsoft will automatically delete a lot of files off your Windows 11 box. If you are having a problem right after the upgrade from Windows 10 to Windows 11, and we go ahead and delete these large files that you can delete, you won't be able to go back to Windows 10. So just keep that in mind. If that's not an issue, then you can check all of these boxes and just say, I want anything that's in these boxes. In most cases, these are safe items to remove from your computer. And I'm just going to check all of them and hit OK. And this will aggressively, do you really want to delete these files? Yes. And this will aggressively go into a lot of files that in most cases are safe to delete and remove those. And then we can go back to Explorer, check My PC, and see if you've got enough free space. Now this will take some time, so I'm going to speed it up with Video Magic, but on your computer, this could take a while. So give it a chance, let it do its job, and when it's done, you can then go back to Explorer, choose My PC, and check the status of your hard drive. Now let's do the same thing with Windows 10. We're going to start with the least intrusive, safest way of freeing up disk space. So I'm going to go to the Start menu, go to Settings, we're going to go to System, and we're going to come down to Storage. And here we can turn on Storage Sense, and this will automatically, and if we want to configure it, we can click on this. And again, we can say, I want you to run this tool every month. I want you to delete temporary files after 14 days. And any files in my download folder that are more than 30 days old, go ahead and delete those. And then we can go ahead and run Storage Sense now. So we're going to say clean now, and it begins that process. Now let it work a while, and then you can go back, go to Explorer on your taskbar, and go to this PC, and see if your hard drive is no longer red, if it shows that you have enough free space on your hard disk. If it doesn't, then we'll do the more aggressive method. So let's go to our search bar in Windows 10, and we'll type disk cleanup. And again, you see the app here. We're going to run as administrator. So here's my disk cleanup tool, and I'm going to check those boxes, all of them. You don't have to check the ones that are 0, and we're going to delete anything that has data stored in it. So I'm going to, now things that have 0 bytes, you don't have to check. So everything that has any amount of bytes temporarily stored, we're going to go ahead and delete this. So you can see I've checked all the boxes that have information in them. And then I'm going to say OK. And it's going to permanently delete those. And again, this utility can take a while. But then when you get done, go back to your Explorer icon, go back to this PC, and see if your C drive is no longer red, it's got enough free space, and you'll be good to go. I would reboot my computer after this just to make sure.